はいはい。This is a story of why I got a new backpack from the North Face and why I had to say goodbye to my old backpack, again from the North Face. I just want to let you know that this is not a brand endorsement. It's a beautiful day, so I'm gonna go outside and take some pictures, and I also want to go to a convenience store and maybe buy some snacks and we can talk. For the past 3 years, I used this shoulder bag, and this helped me carry my camera, laptop, Kindle, water bottle, and everything. The other day, I tried opening this front pocket, and the zippers here broke like this. I did use this front pocket to take out my wallet and keys out so frequently, which caused this incident. Now I tried fixing this with a nipper, but unfortunately, it didn't fix the problem. This incident happened on a Monday evening, and I had work the next day. And I used this bag for everything, including work. So to put a band-aid on this issue, I decided to sew the size of the pocket like this, and here as well. This is a sewing set that I was using when I was in elementary school. Obviously it wasn't perfect and I ended up stabbing my fingers a couple of times along the way, but I did it. But while trying to fix the bag, I thought about the concept of why letting go is the true wealth. For the entire week, I had to wait for this new bag to arrive because I bought this on Amazon. So for the entire week, my front pocket was always open, and there were some people who pointed out, they were like trying to be helpful, you know, like, oh Sina, your front bag is open. Well, actually, it is broken. So the fact that I couldn't use my front pocket was quite inconvenient. You see, I looked at this bag as things that I consider pursuing or not, and I thought it could be applied to other areas of my life, such as careers, dreams, material things, relationships, etc. The weather is getting warmer and warmer, which is really nice. So if you watch my videos, you know that I normally make vlogs. And what I like about vlogs is that you can share a lot of things. You know, it's not limited to different ideas and perspectives that people who make vlogs have, but you can get to see the places that they live in and, you know, the views and stuff like that as well. But what I feel really sad about is the fact that because I only post once a week or once every 2 weeks, so my vlogs tend not to catch up with the current weather, if that makes sense. So I'll probably post this video around June, July, August, who knows. But right now it's in the end of March, so probably when I post it, it's gonna be in summer or even winter. So I guess one thing that I won't be able to share with you is the weather through my vlogs. Apart from that, everything else I can share with all of you. I used to eat this a lot when I was younger. It's just a snack like this, but the flavor is corn soup. But I swear to God, this used to be way bigger. But over the years, it's been getting smaller and smaller, and I sense that the Japanese economy is not doing well. But it tastes amazing. One thing that I love about Japanese convenience stores is that it feels like I can find something new every time I go in there. And today I've got this. It says crunchy chocolate and the flavor is butter. Okay, it looks pretty crunchy. I love it. Nice. Now it turns out that I forgot my water bottle, although I filled it up and everything. Now I'm thirsty. A lot of times we stay too long for situations or things that are no longer making us happy or fulfilled. because we become comfortable and we would rather stay with them or get attached to them than take risks to do something else. Then months or years later, we wonder why we are still feeling unfulfilled with our lives. It might be because we haven't said goodbye to things that do not matter to us anymore. But I guess one of the reasons why we struggle to let go of things in the first place is that we have a belief that being consistent is amazing. And this applies to everything in our lives. I've been to a lot of parks before, but I don't even know what this is. What is this? I'm still confused about how to use this, but let me know in the comment section below if I used it in the correct way. Growing up in Japan, I've been told by others like, Senna, once you start something, finish it until you're done, and work hard for everything that you do in life. To a point, I agree with this concept, because it's extremely difficult to accomplish anything or improve ourselves without taking time to practice, and do it consistently for a long time. However, a lot of us seem to start doing things and continue doing them although they are not making us feel fulfilled, or starting something and doing it without thinking about long-term objectives. And on top of that, we love seeing the stories of underdogs who fought against all odds and became successful. Then we tell ourselves hard work is everything. But I would interpret this statement as those who became successful could work hard because what they were doing really mattered to them in the first place. And they didn't care about the odds because they always had reasons within themselves. And there's us hearing the stories and we misunderstand that working hard comes as a #1 priority. And some of us go through life feeling absolutely unhappy by working extremely hard for things or doing things that we don't have reasons within ourselves. Personally, I would like to change the belief of stick with things no matter what to stick with things no matter what because you know why you're doing them. In the busy world we live in today, it is extremely difficult to stop and make a reflection on what direction we are taking in life. I feel like a lot of us mix up business with being productive. But if we keep making ourselves busy without thinking about our objectives, then we might end up in the middle of nowhere many years later, although we've worked so hard. So the key thing here is to teach ourselves the importance of finishing what we started if we love it, but leave if it's not making us happy or we don't have any reasons. We never know until we try, so we keep experimenting with things to test if we like what we do. But we have the power to always choose to leave or stick with something or someone in our lives. So trying isn't a bad thing. Trying to fix something that is broken or wounded might make it more beautiful or stronger if it's done correctly. But it's also true that there are times that we cannot fix things, like my old shoulder bag, even though we attempt to do so. And when we face a situation like this, letting go of it will set us free and allow us to welcome new things and new perspectives to live life. Now, I believe letting go of physical items is much easier than letting go of people who don't value us or make us feel fulfilled. In terms of relationships with others in general, my belief is that I can listen to them and even give advice to them, but I have no power to change anyone, because all of us are responsible to change within ourselves. And as being an introvert, I think I only have a certain amount of energy that I can share with others. So my perspective is that if I said goodbye to someone who affected me in negative ways, then it would give me room to meet someone new. And that person might inject me with a lot of positivity. And hopefully I can have the same positive effect for that person. This is the life that I can get to live once. And I would rather choose to live by having people who encourage me to be a better version of myself. And I would love to become someone who can mean something positive to them in return. If you're brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. This is a quote that I've recently come across that I really like.